They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to you're racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all want to kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest? Go hard. Wanna burn flags? Go off. But y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying?
Bitch, you miss.
Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane.
Bitch, you miss.
There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate.
Bitch, you miss. Wait, that's it? That's all we got? What is going on, everybody, and welcome to our first revamp, I guess, of Mikerock Uncensored Live. I guess I need to get in the habit of doing these live shows. It's going to help me to get better with the way that we have conversations, which is what I want to do more than anything. I did a video yesterday to try to get myself back into the swing of things with making videos. I was trying to work on this new format where we like give you guys the hook and then provide you with the content and work our way into a transition. So that's just, you know, me being transparent and letting you guys know that I'm doing everything I can to get better at doing this because I love doing this. But, excuse me. When I did that video yesterday and I went back and I watched it over, I still uploaded it to Rumble and YouTube and I believe Facebook. But I wasn't really happy with the overall result because it looked rehearsed, it looked stale, and I want to be able to have these natural conversations with you guys. So we're going to work more on doing live streams, and if there's really good content, or when there's really good content, not if, when there's really good content for us to share, then I'll probably just take the live stream videos and then edit those and turn them into future episodes wherever we're at. I began this stream by just putting it out there. It is time, after everything that's been happening, it's time for at least me, and whether you do it too is on you, but it is time to kind of turn life up a notch. I'm really tired, and you guys can disagree. In fact, let me go ahead and start with this. If you're watching this from Facebook, you're watching it from Mikerock Gaming, and I need to share this with my regular stream. Let me just do that really quick. But if you guys are watching this from Facebook, you'll see it on Mikerock Gaming. It's only because I don't have enough followers yet on Mikerock Uncensored for me to be able to live stream there, but we're going to get there. The reason why I haven't grown that much on Facebook is simply because of what we like to talk about. We like to talk about Trump. We like to talk against what the Democratic Party is doing. We like to talk against woke agendas and things like that. And make no mistake about it, a lot of people want to say because of the type of conversations we have that we're homophobic or we're transphobic, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I don't care about what your sexual orientations are. I don't care about your skin tone, the melatonin that you were born with. I don't care about none of that stuff. What I do care about are the agendas and stuff that are being pushed on other people. They're being forced on other people. They're being pushed on our kids in school. The censorship is real. All of it's real. But when you talk to other people about it, for whatever reason, they want to act like it's not happening. You're imagining things. It's been happening for way too long for us to act like it's not happening anymore. And I, for one, especially with the way I run my mouth, I'm tired of listening to people speak to me about how woke the rest of the world should be when most of us, and I'm going to say most of us, don't even agree with that. Don't agree with the statement, but we're going to shut our mouths because we're tired, because we don't want the backlash. We don't want the chance of ruining our careers or ruining our lives. And at least for me, I don't want to live the rest of my life in fear of no man, no woman, no career. I'm not going to live like that. I think my kids deserve better. I think we all deserve better. And I think by ignoring the truth of what's really going on, we are making really piss poor decisions with who we're voting for and what represents the people best. Not these celebrities, not these politicians, not even Trump. This is not about Trump. I am doing Mikerock Uncensored, and I have decided to not hold my tongue anymore because it's what's best for us. Nobody is speaking on behalf of us. And the simple truth is nobody will speak on behalf of us until we get off our asses, stand up, and start speaking up for ourselves. And trust me, I've been doing this now on and off for 2 to 3 years on top of my Mikerock gaming. I enjoy this more because it's more about who I am here. Gaming is fun. I get to relate with other people. We're building a community over there. It's a way for me to relax and not have to talk about things like this. But this is me. This is who I am, and I can't stand back and watch the nonsense happen or people try to educate me on bullshit. That's what it comes down to. We are being educated on bullshit, shit that's not science related, since that education stuff that has no scientific basis, no religious basis. There's nothing except what they believe being forced on against what we believe. And to me, it has to stop. At some point, it has to stop. And now you might be wondering, if I didn't push Mikerock Uncensored on Facebook, but all of a sudden I'm doing it now, what does that mean? That, for the most part, and this was the hardest part for me because I do care about relationships. I do care about people. I do care about, I used to care more about what people thought of me. And I still do care about relationships, but I don't give a fuck what you think about me anymore. When it comes to doing what I need to do for my kids, for the future of this country, and I know it sounds like, you're being overly patriotic, and that's not it at all. It's just, if we don't do something, then we have no excuses for why we are allowing this, whatever we live in this country right now, to go to hell in a handbasket. You don't have the right to talk or speak up if you're not willing to vote, if you're not willing to speak your mind. The reason why we have censorship is because we don't have more people standing up for themselves saying this is not right. And my lid blew. Just so you guys understand where I'm coming from. I don't care. I'm going to speak my mind. I don't care if I get suspended or my account gets suspended from Facebook. You basically are just helping me to no longer overwhelm myself. I don't care if I get my account gets suspended from YouTube, which is the reason why we've decided to make Rumble and Twitter our main spaces for where we share our videos, because they actually care about free speech. It isn't about, that's just a conservative network. No, anybody can go over there and share their information. They're not going to censor your speech just because they don't agree with it. And these other platforms like Facebook and Instagram and even TikTok, I don't get TikTok, because if it's being ran like a communist China country like they say, then why are they more liberal than some of these other platforms? I don't. TikTok to me is dangerous simply because they are unpredictable. They are very hard to read and understand because if I am, for instance, we know how X is being ran because we understand the person who owns it now. Elon Musk believes in free speech, which is the reason why accounts are no longer being suspended because people have a different opinion than yours. We understand that. We understand that YouTube is being ran by Google. We understand that Google is actually censoring people's information. And if you look up things like Donald Trump, what are you going to see? A whole lot of positive about Kamala Harris and a whole lot of negative about Donald Trump. And you don't have to take my word for it. Go ahead and Google that yourself. So you can look at these platforms and you can understand at least where they're coming from. You may not agree with it, but you understand it. Not the same with TikTok. There is some kind of underlying whatever they've got going on that makes no sense. You are a platform that is created and ran in communist China, but you're more liberal than the rest of them. That to me makes no sense. I don't understand why. But anyways, I am going to keep talking to you guys. First of all, it's only here on Mikerock Gaming until Mikerock Uncensored. I get to 100 followers over there. So if you haven't done that already, go over to Facebook, follow me on Mikerock Uncensored so that we can get to 100 and I can take my live streams off of Mikerock Gaming, put it on Mikerock Censored, and we have the separation there. But if you don't enjoy these kind of conversations, whenever you see that logo in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, just click off, turn the channel, don't watch, because we talking shit. It's not even about talking shit. It's about speaking truths. And I encourage anybody, if you have a difference of opinion, put it in the comments section. Let's talk about it. If you think I'm wrong, put it in the comments section. Let's talk about it. Send me a DM. I would love to have you on as a guest on the show, but you need to understand whether you're my friend right now, whether you're, a perfect stranger, I don't care who you are. Don't come at me with the bullshit. Don't come at me when we're trying to talk policy or when we're trying to talk about ways to improve our lives. When we talk about being better parents or how this feminist movement is ruining relationships in real life. Don't come at me with insults. Don't come at me and try to make your whole argument about why we shouldn't vote for Trump, about why you hate Trump so much. You don't even know the man. The only thing you know about Trump is the picture that the Democratic Party decided to paint you, who just happens to be the most evil and corrupt government that we've ever had in history. In history. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. Trump is the enemy of my real enemy. No, and he's not even my enemy. I'm using a statement and kind of threw that in there because a lot of you guys think Trump is the enemy. But the real enemy is the Democratic Party. They are ruining this economy. They are the reason why we have high gas prices. They are the reason why we can't afford rent or groceries. We can't afford none of those things. They are the reason why we are spending. And I'm just going to say it. You don't like it. I don't care. Unfriend me. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm being real. And no, this isn't. I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I have been planning to take Mikerock Uncensored to the uncensored phase where we can have real conversations. And I thought no better way to start all of this off than to show you that you can unfriend me all you want. You don't have to agree. I don't have time for fake ass friends. I don't have time for people who don't care enough about their own lives or give a shit enough about what's going on in mine for them to just say, oh, you're just speaking out the side of your neck. The Democratic Party is golden and Trump is all enemy when you're not willing to actually do the homework. You don't like what I have to say. You don't want to have an open mind and actually have exchange dialogue so that we can get to the root problem of what's really going on. Then you're just telling me that you really don't care. We can still be friends. I don't dismiss my friends just because we have a difference of opinion. But if you feel like that's something that you need to do, I lost a couple of friends during COVID because I refused to get the COVID shot because they were sitting around doing lotteries and giving away free food to entice people, us. We were cheap dates and they were using lotteries and food and other prizes. to trick us into getting a shot. There's something wrong with that. And it wasn't that I was against getting a vaccine. I just didn't like the way that they were doing it. And now that we waited and I didn't want to risk my children's lives on something we knew nothing about, we are in a much better position than some of the people that were that unfortunately died and other things happened to them because of those complications. I'm fat. When I found out that there was a lot of complications with people that were unhealthy and people that were older, senior citizens, I'm like, dude, I fit both of those. Why the hell am I going to get a shot when the chance of the risk of something bad happened to me, like, it's doubled? I'm old and I'm fat. Like, no, hell no, I'm not taking that shot. And I didn't. But I'm sure the more I talk, the more I'm willing to speak my mind. I really believe that it is, and I really don't care about Facebook. I care about my real friends, and I'm about to find out who's a real friend and who isn't. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a liberal. I don't care if you're gay, straight. I don't care. You know, we can agree to disagree and then spend our time, our friendship in those things that we have in common. I can do that because at the end of the day, I am trying to let the voting system do its job. I'm going to share information with you. And if you don't want me to share this kind of information with you, one, turn the channel, period. If we're in person, don't come at me with woke shit. And then I counter it with what I truly believe. And all of a sudden I'm the enemy and you don't want to hear what I have to say. Don't do it, because you're going to fuck around and you're going to find out. We need more people who are willing to stand up, like I said. And again, just to kind of backtrack, the reason why I have decided to come out and speak out the way that I am now is because of this, not even the first assassination attempt on Trump. It was the second one. I can't believe, how do you, two things. And this lady from Facebook, Janet, I'm trying to get her on the show because I really like her posts and everything else. But she said, how do you claim to be a people of peace when you're the only one shooting? They're trying to make it seem like the Republicans are the ones, like they try to find something in these people's backgrounds, like this last shooter. They have to go back 4 years to tell you why he was a Republican, when if you just look back at the last 3-4 years, within that time frame, you'll find out that he was a die-hard Democrat. He supported Ukraine 100%. One of the biggest problems that he had with Trump was the fact that he did not support this whole war in Ukraine. He had a Biden-Harris bumper sticker on the back of his truck. He had social media that they since scrubbed that validated the fact that he was, in fact, a Democrat. But they want you to believe that, no, Democrats could never do that. I have news for you. It's only Democrats doing that. Only. Look back at the mass shootings. Look at the attempted assassinations on Trump. And here's another thing that's very, very peculiar to me. It's sus. It's sus as fuck. Look at the two shooters from Donald Trump's attempted assassinations. Both of them have some kind of involvement. We're in a quote unquote commercial for this BlackRock financial agency or whatever. I know that there's some, I don't know enough to speak against this company. I just know that there's a lot of people that don't like what's going on within these BlackRock financial or security institution or whatever the hell they are. But I don't think that's a coincidence. It's like there's only so much that can happen before you say enough is enough. This is not a coincidence anymore. How does the Secret Service mess up that bad twice? And the thing is, if you've heard me ramble on in the past, what you've also heard me do is predict that this would happen. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. When you know who Trump is the enemy of Trump is, and it's coming from our government, you know that they cannot afford to have him in office. That's why they're making up all this stuff to make him look like he's the enemy, is because they can't afford to have him come in, not only disrupt the power and the riches and stuff that they've got from being in office for so long, but he is going to take all of that away from them. He's going to expose them because of what they did. You can call it revenge. You can call it whatever you want, but it's something that is needed to happen for a long time. Those old geezers, Nancy Pelosi, Biden, who's been around since the 70s. Who else is in there? Hillary Clinton. They need to go. You have a chance. Let it go. Say, hey, we got to give up something. Either we're going to prison for a long time or we're just going to go ahead and let go of the power, retire, and enjoy the rest of our life. Retire. Go. We can't. I don't know how long it would take to prosecute you, investigate you and all that, but you need to go. I'll settle for that. I don't like what you did. Yes, I think you should go to prison. But if to fix this country, it simply means, hey, we need to let bygones be bygones and you go ahead and retire and get out of office. Let's go ahead and make that deal. Let's get it done. You don't like Trump? Then prove to us that you can give us something better and stop lying to the people. Because that's all the Democratic Party is doing right now. Everything you believe about Trump is something that they have concocted, made up. I'm not saying there's not truth to the story. I'm saying the story they sold you is not true. There is a little bit of truth in every lie that you hear. And that's what they're selling the people on. They are playing us for stupid. And I really am sorry that I'm rambling. I am. I know I'm making some points. I know that hopefully I'm pissing some people off because they don't want to accept it for what it is. Some people I'm probably enraging because they know it's true. And they're like, yes, finally, somebody's got the balls to say it out loud. There's a lot of us that have the balls to say it out loud, but I think we need more people. And this is not me patting myself on the back. I think we need more people, regular, normal human beings. Me being a single, full-time father that has a powerful enough voice to share with the rest of the world what it feels like in real life with real people. You guys are making decisions for us, but let us tell you how it feels, what's actually happening. And it sucks. What's happening in Springfield, Ohio? You guys want to act like that? You actually want to tell people that that's not happening in Springfield, Ohio, but you also refuse to send the media out there and interview real people that live, the residents that live out there, and ask them what's really going on. You say there's no evidence, but the truth is you don't want the evidence. You don't want to know what's going on with real people. Kamala Harris, she's sitting there telling you everything's fine. First she's telling, but first she tells you everything's fine, but then she wants to turn around and say, we're going to fix the shit that we broke. We broke it, but I'm also the person to fix it. No, you're not. No, you're not. And the reason why I know that, because I don't see you talking to real people about how they feel and what's going on. I see Trump doing it. Trump's taking pictures, sitting on black people's steps. Like, hey, what's going on? How do we fix this? I give a shit. You can talk mad about that dude all you want to, but before you do, anything you come and you bring to the table, have the evidence to back it up. What, you want to call Trump a racist? What did Trump do? One shred of evidence that proves that he's a racist. One. I'll wait. Put it in the comment section. You want to talk about the people he accused that he felt was guilty? Those kids in I think it was New York, felt like they were guilty of sexual assault or something to that extent. And they were trying to use it as a reason because the kids were all black. But the evidence that they put out there made the kids look guilty. And it took more than just the information that we had to prove that they weren't. If Trump, the thing I love about Trump is he is upfront and honest. He is unfiltered. It has worked against him because he does also have an ego to go with it. But he's telling you like it is. And based on the information he had, yes, he told you they were guilty. He felt that they were guilty. He felt that they should go away with life. He was making sure that with what happened to the victim didn't go unpunished. And he had every reason to believe that those kids were responsible. So for that reason, not because they were black, for that reason, he wanted them to go away for a very long time. But you want to say that that one incident is the reason why everybody's racist against Trump. And then you've got the only other thing I've ever heard to try to say or to justify why they're calling Trump a racist is this whole apartment thing that happened where he was doing something to either try to get people out or raise their rent or whatever the case. Again, I will always tell you when I don't know enough, I'm aware of the incident because that's the excuse people give. And I looked it up one time and it had nothing to do. Like, yes, it affected the black community just like it affected anybody else that lived there. But he didn't go in there and say, hey, let's get rid of all the bleep, bleep, bleeps. Let's get rid of them so that we can move in some white people. That wasn't he saw a money-making opportunity. It affected some people. It may not have been the best decision he could have made for the people at the time, but he didn't have to make a decision that impacted the entire country. He was making a decision as a businessman, and there's not a single businessman in the world that isn't going to do some things that at some point we normal people, middle to low income people in this country aren't going to be impacted by, negatively impacted by. It's going to happen. The problem is that they want to emphasize, they want to stress every last little thing that Trump is doing. They want to scrutinize every last thing that Trump is doing to justify why you should not vote. Now, and this is the crazy part. They want to dehumanize and vilify Trump so that you ignore how much damage the Democratic Party as a whole has done to this country. You would have to be a complete idiot, a complete fool to believe that Trump alone is going to run this country. That's why we have Congress in place, the House of Representatives in place. You have some Republicans that don't always agree with what Trump has to say, and those people have stepped forward to say, hey, I can do this, but I can't do that. J.D. Vance is actually one of them, and he's Trump's vice president candidate. Trump isn't afraid for people to step up and say, hey, we need to talk about this. Something's wrong. And you guys want to say he's going to be the next communist, the next tyrant, whatever it is that you want to call him. But you forget he already had some time in office, and we were actually doing pretty good with the economy and gas prices and everything else until COVID hit. But you guys want to blame him for COVID when he's the one that told you that shit came from China. Oh, no, it didn't. You need to stop being racist against the Chinese community. But now we find out that it actually did more than likely come from China, came from a lab in Wuhan. But you guys wanted to knock him for that. Trump had no control. Nobody on this planet at that time had any control over what was going on with COVID. But you guys want to use that as an excuse for why he was a failed president. And that's if you're naive to the facts of what's really going on, that's probably the only excuse you can have for why you're voting for the Democratic Party, because the only other people who are voting for people on the left are the extremists, the people that have these woke agendas that they want to push, the politicians who are making money off of the system. And then you just got, like I said, you just got people that are ignorant for a reason or ignorant because they refuse to accept the truth. They can't do it. They don't want to live with that regret. And there's some serious things for people who have willingly ignored what's going on the Democratic side. Yes, unfortunately, there are some things there are some things to regret. The whole COVID situation. I'm not going to go into details about it right here because I'm kind of testing the waters with Facebook to see how far I can go before they decide to give me a strike or try to tell me I'm saying too much. And then I'll have a better idea of how much I can and cannot say. I'm not going to be dumb enough to sit up there and say, well, I won't talk on those platforms at all, because how are you going to reach the people that need to hear what needs to be said if you aren't willing to be on those platforms to say, hey, I don't agree with this, and this is why. I've got evidence to support the fact that what you're saying isn't true. So I'm going to be on those platforms as long as I possibly can, but I'm not going to sit up here and lie to people just to stay on the platform. I will monitor what I say. I will tell you that if you want more information, you should follow me on Rumble like I'm doing right now, or you should follow me on X, because they don't restrict the things that we have to say. And better yet, you can also follow me on my support site, which is buymeacoffee.com/Mikerock, where you can help us to grow and better educate people, to have more fun, to show you what it's like to have shows like this that aren't being censored, even if you have to go somewhere else to get the uncensored version. We need to get back to who we were. If you're woke and you're watching this video right now and you're mad, I don't know why you're mad, because nobody's telling you not to be woke. You want to be woke, go be woke. But don't get mad at me or try to force me to go against my own beliefs just to support yours. So yeah, if you're a man, and this is probably the part that'll get me canceled, and I don't have too much more time because I got to go and pick up my kids. I just wanted to get the ball rolling because I really like these natural conversations a whole lot more than I do scripting something and rehearsing something. And I will try to get the formats down, but I can't do it. I can't be unnatural with you guys. But back to what I was saying, this whole gender ideology stuff, I don't believe in it. Sorry. There's nothing factual to support whether if you're born a man and it's okay it's okay to force people to call you something that you're not. And my whole thing is, whether it's science-based or not, let's look at the reality. Who's being more real with one another? Is it the man that wants to be a woman and it wants to force everybody to call him a woman, that wants to go and get these surgeries to put on fake body parts, to have certain body parts cut off? Is that more real? Or is it the fact that you were born a man, you feel like a woman for whatever reason, and that's simply what you are? I mean, you're going to have a lot more people accept you for who you are when you can accept who you are for yourself. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. That's again, I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm telling you what I believe, and I refuse. And a lot of people I know agree with what I'm saying right now, but they, for fear of something, they're not willing to preach it the way that I am. And I'm not saying you don't have a good reason. I don't think anybody should ruin a career that is taking care of their family. You can ignore a situation when it comes to things like that. I don't have that problem. I'm going to say what needs to be said. And the only thing that I'm asking you to do in return, it's not to get on my page. I'm not asking you to do the things that I'm willing to do in order to speak up and speak out and everything else. I'm asking you to listen more than anything else. I will ask you to support what's going on, and you can do that without anybody else knowing. You can go to buymeacoffee.com right now /Mikerock. And we've got $2 donations, $5 donations a month. And then I have a mug club I just created because it's Buy Me a Coffee. And you get a free mug, and it's $20 a month. And it goes a long way. I'm only asking people when they donate what you have or what you can afford. If you can't, listen and vote. Those are the two. So actually, there's 3 silent things that you can do to make a huge difference with what's going on in the world right now. One of them is to vote. That's number one. Nobody needs to see who you're voting for, but you do need to vote. You don't need to tell anybody that you're a Republican or a conservative or you're a Democrat that doesn't agree with what's going on right now. You don't have to tell. That's nobody's business. That's yours. But you should go and vote. The other one, stop supporting these woke cultures. Stop it. Do you have to watch Disney Plus? Do you have to buy the Bud Light? I'm bringing them up because of what's going on in the past. You don't have to support these things. You can choose. If you don't like it, don't buy it, period. But you do have to know, and you do have to remember that if they instead of just doing their job selling a product or a service, if they are willing to get into the political arena and try to influence people to vote a certain way that benefits them way more than it benefits you. I just had these street tacos, man. Now I got the bubblies right now. Hold on. And that's going to be where I'm going to sign off because I don't have a whole lot more time. I'm going to sign off right here. You guys have to realize when people tell you not to vote or not to be influenced by the celebrities, there's a reason for it. It's not because you can't value their opinion, but at the end of the day, they're not living your life. They're trying to get you, the big corporations, the Democratic Party, the Republicans, they all have different reasons for why they want to influence your vote. But at the end of the day, the reason why I'm sitting here with you right now is because what matters is us. We have to start listening to each other. We have to stop giving a shit. Like the music, if a celebrity has good music or the celebrity has a good movie, go watch the movie. Go listen to their music. Do you. But why are you going to let them influence you to vote in a way that only benefits them, that only benefits the Democratic Party, that only benefits, at the end of the day, rich people? And a lot of the lies and stuff that they tell, a lot of the information they put out there, it's a lie. Why? Well, just look at, my mom used to say, pay attention to what I say. In a nutshell, it's supposed to be do what I do and not what I say, lead by example. But with parents, a lot of times it's actually the other way around. And it is basically do what I say, not what I do. And that's exactly what's going on with the Democratic Party right now. They're trying to tell you that everything's fine. They're trying to tell you that they're going to make everything better, which is it? Is it fine or do you need to make it better? Which one? Is it broke or is it fine? It can't be both. But then you look at what's really going on. They're telling you that dogs and cats aren't being eaten in Springfield, Ohio, instead of accepting accountability and saying, hey, this is a real problem we need to work on and get fixed. They want to act like it's not happening. You got the media that's downplaying these attempted assassinations on Trump, because if they accept that they're real and they have to actually investigate and report on the issue, they're going to have to accept the fact that it's their rhetoric. It's them, all of the evil implications that they have placed on Trump that have motivated people to a point to where they feel like he needs to be eliminated. And what's really sad, and I'll close, what's really sad to me, and the reason why I decided to just tell you, speak my mind and tell you I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, excuse my language, but I need to emphasize this. When this last attempted assassination happened, and I saw people cared less this time than they did the first time, the fact that you don't see it in the media and they're trying to act like this was no big deal, that tells you just how evil our Democratic Party has become. That tells you how insensitive these liberals who are supposed to care about everything and care about everyone. That tells you just how far we've come as a country. I don't like Kamala Harris's policies. I don't think she's a good fit, or anybody else in the Democratic Party right now. I don't feel that they're a good fit for office. But I don't want any of them dead. And if I found out that any of them was in a situation where someone tried to take their life, that would be a big deal. That's not what this game is supposed to be about. And that's what needs to change. But when I see people around want to act like, oh, this didn't really happen. You guys got it all twisted. It wasn't us. It was you guys. You're trying to point the finger and displace blame. Like, I used to be in a position to where I told myself I was going to discuss the issues more than I would the person, that I wasn't going to insult people. That's not me. If you're going to play the dumb game, what do you have? Stupid people win stupid prizes. And if you're going to be bold enough to sit here in front of my face and tell me a bold-faced lie, when not only do I know the truth, but you know the truth too, you're an idiot. Straight out. And if that gets me canceled, then it gets me canceled. If it causes us not to be friends, that's on you. Because like I said, we can not agree and still be friends. We just have to talk about other shit. I got to get out of here. In closing, again, if you guys appreciate the content more than anything else, please do me a huge favor. Follow me here at Mikerock Uncensored, not Mikerock Gaming. Follow me on Rumble. Download the app. I'm telling you, Rumble, you will get a lot more real information. I'm not saying there isn't still bullshit on there, because there is. But you will get a lot more real information from Rumble than you will on YouTube. YouTube is knowingly censoring information. And if you just want an idea, let me see. I'm going to switch this over so you guys can kind of see my new little thing I've got going on. I got to make some improvements. I'm going to put some advertising up here. So my finger disappeared, but we're making some improvements. We're going to get better at all this, but let's go over. I just want to show you this real quick. If I go over to, I'm going to show you YouTube first. So I got a video. I just posted it. It's a short. It's actually, I'm going to do short's probably the better way to show this to you. So I got a short on here. This is live. And it's talking about why are people still voting for Trump. I did a longer video and I did a short. I posted this video sometime just before noon. And as of right now, analytics, as of right now, there's only 2 people that's viewed it total. And that would make you feel a certain kind of way, especially if you're trying to grow on the channel, until you start. And this was the best thing I ever did for myself. At the same time that I was posting these shorts on YouTube, I started posting them on Instagram and TikTok. Now, if we go over and look at the same exact short over on TikTok, take you guys over here. Don't be looking at all my stuff, man. I don't know what. I hate showing this page because that basically shows you the kind of stuff that you're watching. Let's get off of that. So here, this is the same exact video. We're not going to watch. In fact, I'll let you guys, we'll close with this video. But if you look at this video right here, same exact video within the same exact time frame, I got 734 views over here. And then when you go look at the same video over on Instagram, is it? Yeah, I put it up on Instagram as well. So if we go look at the same video over here on Instagram, I got 10 likes, and this is supposed to be a very liberal platform, and it is. But when you go look at this, I've got 57. I hadn't looked at this, so I got 10 likes, 57 views, which is still more than what I got over on YouTube. So it's not the content that I'm posting. It's not that people don't want to see the content. It's the simple fact that YouTube doesn't want you to see the content that people like me are posting. And it's only a matter of time. The more I grow, the more and I know this is a pattern. People like me right now in this particular stage of my, broadcasting career, we don't get attacked as much as some of these other well-known influencers like a Candace Owens or a Tucker Carlson or what's his name? Kirk. I forgot his name. Or even an Officer Tatum. You guys should really check them out if you get a chance. But people like me that are just starting out, we don't get attacked like they do. So our information is not that they want it there. It's just sometimes it gets overlooked. So the point is that you grow to a certain point before they start to pay attention. They'll start paying attention to you when other people start listening to what you have to say. And when that happens, all of a sudden your accounts are being suspended or you're receiving strikes for putting up content that they don't want people to see. So knowing this in advance, I've decided to play the game. I know I have a limited amount of time to grow my channel on places like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. But in that time frame, I'm hoping that I can convince enough people to follow me on the other channels that aren't being censored, so that and because you trust me, because we either grew up together or I've been around you in person and you've been around me long enough to know that I'm not just going to sit up here and create a conspiracy theory. If I have something to say, more than likely it's because I've done enough homework to believe what I believe, and now I'm sharing it with you. And I'm hoping that the more I grow, the more I can convince people to continue to follow me on these other platforms that do not censor information, so that you can stay up to date. And I'm going to tell you right up front, all I'm really going to do is talk to you about how I feel, ask you about how you feel about a certain situation, and I'm going to give you my sources. Yes, information is power, whatever the case may be. But right now, more important than anything else, more important than me making a dime, more important than me growing my community, I think what is more important than anything else right now, if I'm going to walk the walk and talk the talk, I need to give you those sources. I need to let you know that this is bigger than me. This is bigger than you. It's bigger than Trump. We have to make better decisions. So I want you to go watch people like a Candace Owens. Don't let the only people that are telling you that she's bad, especially, are the people that don't want you to hear what she has to say, because that I idolize that woman with the way she puts information together, the way she does her homework, and the way she shares it, the way she delivers it to the public. She's not afraid to speak up against Democrats, against Republicans. If she feels a certain way and there's evidence to back up what she supports, she's going to share that information with you guys. Doesn't mean that you'll always agree with her, but you know that everything is well-intentioned. Everything she shares is well-intentioned, and those are the kind of people that we need to be listening to more, not less. Anyways, what is going on? Let me quick shout outs real quick. We got Michael Fitters. Thank you for sharing, talking to us on YouTube. Kratzo, thanks for saying hello over here on Facebook. And then Scott Smith, thank you for sending a shout out a little bit earlier in our stream. We are on YouTube, Mikerock Uncensored. We're over on Rumble. Just look up Mikerock Uncensored, because I don't have my own URL. I'm not that popular just yet. Follow me on Twitter, MRock Uncensored. We have a long way to go with what we're doing, man. I hope I've gotten you guys' attention. I hope you want to be a part of this. And again, I will talk to you guys again soon. Follow me on Mikerock Uncensored on Facebook too, because that's going to help me to create the separation and share this live stream over there and not over here. We need to get to 100. I'm at 77 or 78. You guys have a great rest of your day. We will talk to you guys again soon. And I promise you guys, in our next video, we won't be rambling so much. I just needed to get this off my chest. If you don't want to be my friend because you don't like what I have to say, bye-bye. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Oh, listen to this song too. This song's knocking.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to you're racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all wanna kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest? Go hard. Wanna burn sights go off, but y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate.